Hello everyone. So, since I don't know what's going on, I'm gonna do the intro myself at the moment. I have my desktop audio muted because right now, Holly has no internet. I don't know what's going on. He's trying to fix it. So we're gonna wait for him. But at least you guys can talk, right? You guys can hang out with me for a little bit. So how is everyone doing? Nani? Yeah, I don't know. He kept falling away in our free call, and he's trying to fix it, and I don't know what to do. I miss you guys too, like a lot. I am breathing. Yes, that's a good one. I'm breathing. Lovies and huggies. Yes, yes. All the hugs and all the loves. Actually, I have all the love. I got you all. Sippy, sippy. Thank you for the sippy. I have a message. Let me see. Okay, cool. That's Clyde saying that I have been booted from the call, that no one else is in. Cool. I have done my sippy. Breathing is good. I do enjoy that too. Yes, breathing is definitely good. So, yeah. What's everyone been up to this Sunday morning? Me hugging you. That's Cornetto, but I mean, kind of have to. Little heart. This is Cornetto. He's my polar bear. He's like huge. And there's a husband. Ooh, kringloop. I love kringloop. That's always fun. I like going to the kringloop. Found some comfy chairs. Thrift store, yes. Found some comfy chairs and now we're home watching stream. Yes. Is a bear? Yes, it is. And that was a Viking. Yes, that was. Remind me to bonk Hobie's modem later. Yes, yes. You should be doing that right about now. I don't think it's gonna help. No, I agree with you, Seven. I don't think it's gonna help. But it deserves a good bonking, yes. I also have no messages, and he's fully offline, and so is Apple. So I'm guessing that taking the internet offline was a mistake. Resetting the modem was a mistake in this instance. So I am waiting for him to message on any of my devices because he should still have his data, so he should be able to message me on WhatsApp or something. But I don't know. Thank you for the subby. I should do this one. Thank you. Squish emotes. Yes. The squish. The green little squish man. Thank you for the biddy. Oh my god, another one. Thank you. Also a huggy. Guys, don't make it a hype train, please. I really don't have to. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So, I don't know how to fix this. So, but what? Oh, you want the hype train? But it's really not necessary. So, oh, I got a WhatsApp message. Let's see. I'm so sorry for this internet. That's okay, sweetie. Van het oma. So, wait, what? No, I don't think so. What, Scratcher? Wait, did we see a Ramdur already? Viking smooches, yes, yes. He's restarted his entire PC already. Oh my. So, just as a failsafe, guys, if this doesn't work for like another 10 minutes, Frog, would you be willing to help me? Only if it takes another 10 minutes or so. Because I think by then it should be fixed. By being Grottenix. Because it's mostly us. And it is mostly just to make sure, like, only if he can't get it fixed in the next 10 minutes or so, because then it's gonna drag on too long. No, I actually already said this to him, that if his internet kept bitching up, this would be the one stream. There's only one other male voice, and you can do whatever with it, so that should not be a problem. It's really not. It's literally two chapters of us. That's no problem, Liz. Thank you so much for coming by. We're taking this time to sort through the mess that we call our home. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, it's only if he can't figure it out in like 10-ish minutes. So you guys went to the thrift shop. Anyone else have any fun things planned for today, done yesterday? It was weekend after all. And also thank you, Dragon Wolf, for the abu. I did it, but it didn't really say anything. Because stress. I'm like burning up over here. I know it's not my fault. I know it's not Holy's fault, but I'm stressed. Say every day we try to take it easy and just still at home. That's fair. I also never get to do that. Yeah, thank you. Doing laundry and kitty litter and just being comfy and seeing my bestie on screen. Yay! Yeah, I don't run from activities or two activities. I just kind of have been like stressed for everything. Everything. So I haven't worked all week. I saw the pictures are amazing. I love it so much. It's good that they like it. I like that. They use it more. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Sticker uses our bed more than us. And we sleep in it 8 hours a night. Sleep. But. I'm glad you take time for yourself. I can't sit on the couch now. Yes, you can. Just scoot them over. They'll come over again and sit on your lap instead. Or next to you. Based on the cat. Should we get our kitty? Maybe we should get our kitty. I don't know where he is. Oh, he's right here. I just buried him in Cornetto. Hello. Put the screen down a little. Ah, thank you. I mean, I was gonna give him one anyway. Go. Do one on the screen as well. I buried him in Cornetto. I didn't mean to, but I did. Yes, I did. And I thought your couch is in Mama's cauldron. Yes, it should be. That's the tiny one that Frog sits on. Another one is lucky today. Well, that went quickly. Like, as long as my hand smells nice, he doesn't mind me doing anything. As long as it smells nice. Cutie. You gonna entertain? No, apparently he's not gonna entertain anyone. He's just gonna lay down and be entertained. He's like, there's more candies right there. Can I have more? Yes, hand smells like food. Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom. Are you gonna try again? No? There he goes. His main couch is in the cauldron, but when he's a human form, he needs something to sit on. Yes. Little chomps, you would chomp off my hand if you could. Little bastard. Yes, my little bastard. I don't know what to ask, guys. So what kind of activities have you guys been doing? Tell me. Have you been doing anything fun? Have you gone anywhere fun? No. Oh. What? Oh. No one made me watch How to Take Me. Nice. So now you know why she loves, what's it called? Toothless so much. There you go. He is a baby and I need one. I mean, Dragon Wolf. I think that should be the other way around. We don't want Momo to get hurt. I think Frog should sit on... Momo should sit on Frog. Frog is like, that's one hell of a way to die. Yes. Yes, you can do. That's true. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. Oh, I got another message. Nope, I didn't get another message. I got someone else's message. Oh boy, guys, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if his internet is coming back. Everyone calls those differently, you know that? Pepernoten and kruidnoten are not the same thing. But people call pepernoten kruidnoten as well, which I hate. The other way around, I don't see it. Yeah, I know, Gronich is ready, I know. That's why I asked so much in advance, just in case. I do think we should use the very old chat of us three, so he can still join, and maybe do the other voices if he gets to be able to join. But I don't know what's happening. He hasn't said anything anymore. Yeah, the hard ones are kruidnoten, the soft ones are pepernoten. Which, they're nuts. Frog, you have nothing to say about them. They're nuts. I mean, to be fair, you're also nuts, so. Oh boy. I can help him call to keep you company until the call is made. Let's open the call that we had with us three, because there should be one. That's with Momo. We should have one. I do have one. Oh, I got a message. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Frog. I don't hear my call. I see a Holy. And I see a Frog. Okay, let me open the thingy. Hello. So, Holy just got his internet back? Yes.
Well, in that case, best of luck. I'm excited for a story, and I stick with my case. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
That's fair. Okay.
Right.
Holy?
I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna watch.
Wait, Holy, are you there?
But is he here? He joined, but don't hear him yet.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was kind of like, are we there?
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way for his internet to die.
Again? He's typing. I will do that, just in case.
I'm gonna watch anyway. Just...
Picked up my phone. Up on my phone, I'm not back. Okay.
Oh.
Well then the question is, if your internet is sucky, should I do this with Frog? That might just be the easy, yeah.
do the thing, Frog, please. All right.
Let's do that.
Just stop me for a second. I just want to make sure I'm in the right spot. Grotniks was low high like. It's somewhere up here, right?
I think so.
Is that kind of in the ballpark up here?
Holly might be better suited to answer, but I think
feedback. So. I just want to make sure.
It could be
good enough. Could be higher. Could be higher. You mean up here? No, up here? Okay.
I like how Holly is telling Frog, who is Grotniks, how to do Grotniks.
Got a case of schizophrenia here. You don't know what to do here. Apparently, I don't know how I sound anymore.
Okay, so Holly, if you're gonna watch, then you're very welcome to stay in the call, but could you chat in the chat? Because I don't have another screen to be able to look at your chats. No worries.
I'm gonna mute your stream, but look at it. But
Please,
I'm gonna watch the story from the Discord call.
I know you're saying I'm sorry, you don't have to, I promise. Okay, I'll see you in the stream chat then.
Hey, good luck, Chief. And if the internet doesn't work, give it a bung with buskers.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, sorry. Here, there we go. Sorry. Keep forgetting.
So
I'm used to the lower goblin.
I will do this bit myself. I will copy it in here because then I know where it is. Okay, so I'll start with our recap from last time, even though you just saw it.
Apologies if you hear random cat noises, by the way. There's more house cats than just Lunara here.
Yeah. So Grotniks is purple.
Mm-hmm.
Other male voices are blue. Do whatever for them, because they aren't the characters. They are just random villagers.
Oh, they're just NPCs?
Yes. So you can do whatever voice for them.
Sound like Grotniks.
Okay, so I'll start with the summary then.
Take it away.
In our last stream, Amarilla and Aiel got help from the Earl King, summoning creatures for her to change into. She had a nice talk with Theoden and Zerfer, where Theoden revealed some of his history and fear of bears. One of the mornings when Amarilla was training outside on her own, David joined her, and she was ambushed by Zerfer. She attacked, and he ended up with a bloody nose. We also skipped 3 weeks. In those 3 weeks, Amarilla kept improving with the help of Aiel and Silberon. At the end of those 3 weeks, Silberon had to leave to his own kingdom, and the party realized they would have to get more food if they intended to stay a little longer. So they decided Grotniks and Amarilla would go on a little excursion.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Oh.
So normally we, like with Holy, I would have done this beforehand. I would have gone through everything beforehand. Don't blame Frog.
Don't worry, I play indeed. I can improvise.
Don't blame Frog for any misdoings. So all of the green text is me. I will do all the narration. All of the female colors are reddish, and Amarilla is reddish. All of yours are blue, and Grotniks.
Good luck, guys. Thanks, Holly. So purple is Grotniks, blue voices are NPCs, and you do the rest. Is what I'm hearing.
Basically, yes.
Don't worry, I play D&D. I can improvise.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
We'll find out.
Yes. Chapter 35. Amarilla and Grotniks ended up deciding to leave that same evening. It'll be easier to do the wall first until we hit the open road. Is that okay?
It's no problem, but going into town, a horse would be a better idea?
She nodded at him. Grotniks put on an empty backpack and pushed Buskers through the harness that was in between. It was strapped in such a way that he could pull the hammer out without much effort.
Are you ready to go?
Amarilla looked up at the lodge and noticed Aiel and Lunara standing in the door. She walked up to them. Be safe. Lunara hugged her friend. Amarilla got past into Aiel's arms and she enjoyed the moment. You'll do well. Come back safe. Amarilla looked up at her friend. Aiel bent down and gave a sweet, chaste kiss on her lips, smiled, and let her go. You can do it. Amarilla smiled a shy smile, and without delay, she turned into the wolf, dropping her dress on the floor. Aiel went to pick it up as Amarilla walked up to Grotniks. She had to lay down on the floor for him to be able to get on comfortably.
Where would you like me to hold? The hair? The scruff?
As he grabbed the 2 different positions, she shook her head at the hair and nodded at the scruff of her neck. It wasn't completely comfortable, but she knew he would have to keep hold. They started out slow, so they could both get used to how it felt. As soon as it started to feel comfortable, Amarilla picked up her speed more and more. And almost an hour in, they were flying through the forest. At first, Grodnix was rather quiet. He would hold on extra tight, pinching her skin, when they were going through tough corners. It didn't take him long to learn how to use his legs to keep his balance on her back, instead. Amarilla didn't stop for anything. She had been wanting to go out for a run for a while. By the end of the night, as the sun was about to come back up, they reached the tree line.
Shall we rest for a while, before we head into the open world?
She slowly nodded. They hadn't brought any clothes for her, because it was their intention to have her be an animal for all of it. Grodnix got off her back, and she did a few stretches to slow down her body. They moved back into the woods and found a sheltered spot. The nights had become progressively colder as autumn was making its way for winter. Amarilla sat up, but Grodnix instantly looked at her expectantly.
You've been running for hours. Get some sleep.
She was about to growl, but then a yawn took over and she had to agree. She lay down and closed her eyes. It didn't take her long to fall asleep. When Amarilla woke up, she suspected about 2 hours had passed. She looked over at Grodnix, who nodded at her to acknowledge that she was awake.
Good morning, sleepyhead. Ready to continue the journey?
Amarilla nodded and hopped on her feet. Grodnix grabbed Buskers and his bag and strapped them on again. Amarilla dipped down so he could get on her back again, and Grodnix carefully clambered on top.
Wait, aren't you going to turn into a horse?
She started moving forward towards the tree line, and as they were about to emerge from the woods, she changed. She became a full-size horse with a predominantly black coat with some gray mixed in.
Oh! Thanks for the warning. Didn't expect it to happen right underneath me.
Amarilla couldn't really respond, so she pranced along, happy she had been able to change at all. She had done a lot of practice over the past weeks, but it still felt strange not being Amarilla or the wolf. They rode in silence for a while. Grodnix had no choice but to hold her mane as she rode. It took some more time for the horse instincts to come alive in her brain, but when they did, she managed to start running, like she would have done as a wolf.
Amarilla, you want to slow down a little? Otherwise you can pick me up on the way back.
She slowed down a little, still running across the plains at high speeds. Grodnix climbed back onto the center of Amarilla's back. Before the end of that day, the town came into view, and they reached it as it turned dark.
Should we go into town now? Most stores will be closed.
Amarilla shook her head, but she was also nervous about staying a horse for the entire night. They sat down at the edge of the town. Grodnix looked at her.
Will you be okay this way?
She couldn't really shrug, so she slanted her head, hoping he would realize she didn't know.
Maybe when it's fully dark, you can turn into a wolf.
She stepped around a little nervously. She liked the idea, but she was also nervous changing so close into town. As they settled down, Grodnix pulled a piece of meat from his backpack and took a big bite out of it. As his teeth dug into the meat, he looked up at Amarilla.
You want some?
Amarilla looked at him pointedly.
All right, I'll save you some for when you're a wolf then.
It took a few hours before Amarilla was comfortable enough to change into a wolf, even though it had been dark for hours already. She hid mostly behind Grodnix, since they were in a fairly open area. He put some meat in a pile near the grass for her.
Not letting those chompers near my fingers.
She really didn't mind. As a wolf, she had eaten full meals with sand and other debris sticking to them. She wasn't too picky about her food. She ate it all in a few bites.
You should get some sleep. You've been doing all the hard work today.
While she did lay down, she couldn't fall asleep. Grodnix noticed her eyes being open and he grinned.
You too, huh? Yeah, I always get nervous sleeping near so many people too.
He lovingly stroked Busker's hand and grinned.
We'll keep you safe.
Amarilla did appreciate the sentiment, but it wasn't enough for her to feel comfortable to sleep. She did close her eyes and tried to rest her body a bit more. In the end, she stayed up the entire night. Hours into their silence, Grodnix silently asked a question.
Hey, if you can't sleep, do you mind if I shut my eyes for a little bit?
Amarilla was kind of flattered that he trusted her enough to fall asleep with only her as a guardian. She got up to her feet and nodded.
Thanks.
He clutched his hammer, and within minutes she could hear him snoring. Amarilla ran around a little, only far enough away that she could still see his sleeping figure. The running kept her more awake. It wasn't necessary, but it was helpful to keep her alert. When she came back to him, he was snoring loudly, and it gave her a sense of calm to know that he had become a closer friend. After a few hours, the sun began coming up again. It didn't occur to her to change back into a horse until the light had already touched the open space around them. She knew changing back would be risky. Gently, Amarilla pressed her nose into Grobniks's hand to wake him up. It didn't take more than that.
Oh shit, it's late, isn't it?
She nodded slightly.
Are you changing back?
She moved her head back and forth indecisively. The decision was taken away from her when they saw the first travelers coming towards the village. The risk had become too great. Smiley wolf.
Smiley wolf. I finally got to say the smiley wolf.
Yes. Also, you're doing really well.
Oh,
I like that you.
Lie.
I like that
I
you.
got little moist, warm hands right now.
Oh, I can promise you that always the same way every time.
Okay, so that's part of it. Must be from gripping buskers to firm.
Yeah, I think so. So I really like that you realized to muffle your sound when he was eating.
Yeah, I decided that halfway through. What?
Yeah, I like it. Hold on.
Oh.
Holly, I miss you.
I know.
I do love doing this with you too, Frog, but I know.
I can understand.
Always.
This is not my territory. I'm a stranger in these lone streets.
Like, I like both.
Don't worry, fellas, don't worry. This is a one-time event.
I mean, yeah, otherwise, like, you would have to learn all of the voices. This is actually a fluke of it being only your voice.
I could probably do a couple, but not all of them. Not in the same way, at least. I'm already not able to do Grobnik's perfectly the same, because Holy's goblin voice is a lot higher.
Yeah, but it is close.
Holy does it. That's
closest.
fair. I have to push a little bit. When Holy does a goblin voice, it's like a little bit higher up here. When I do a goblin voice, it's like more down here, you know?
Yeah, I get that. But for one time only, it's close enough, I think.
I'll take it.
Also, I'm gonna.
Holy, how's your internet, man? Yeah, I'm gonna quickly grab a sippy. I'm gonna quickly fill this thing with water. Give me a sec.
Good idea. Yeah, I think one off is a good idea here. Just the once.
I'm back. That being said, now that I am here, that I am taking a sippy, it's been a while since I've said this, so I'm just gonna seize the opportunity. Stay hydrated, fellas.
Yes, I will take another sippy.
I know, halfway, at some point there was a line where I did the line, and then afterwards I saw that it said he whispered, so from that moment onward I decided to read forward, see in what manner he would say it, thus the mouthful voice.
That's fair. To be fair, I think Holy did that same line without whispering too. So
we both take action without thinking first.
Yeah, but at that point he had read it at least 2 times. So that you didn't see that's fair, but that he didn't know that.
I will probably also forget after reading it 2 times.
That's fair.
I said the line, the thing. Frog, I don't know if you're streaming, but you have a good voice for it. Hey, thanks, bro.
I agree. Please get back to streaming.
I have to pick it up at some point. To be fair, I do want to stream because I saw some like cool emotes. I was really inspired by them, like this one, for example. I thought it was really neat.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Something about it.
So there's this other one. Let me look it up because I have like a tiny thingy screen. It's very annoying. Where is it? I really like this one.
Oh yeah. However, whenever I get thirsty, I do, however, think of this one. It's strange, but like.
Let's take another sip.
I can say one thing. Streaming at my place is still really tricky because of the noise. However, me and Omar are looking more and more at a Fromo stream. Not at I drag my PC over to the cat hole.
I would so very much like you to stream again. I will be there.
I'm dealing with 3 house cats. That's not even including Lunara yet.
Oh, you can make all of them thicker.
Oh, yeah. Yo, I can make 3 chubby little round. The cats are in shape. Round is a shape.
Yes, exactly. Shall we continue into the next chapter?
Okay,
Yes.
Smiley Wolf.
Are you ready?
Yes.
There's gonna be another
Maybe.
Smiley Wolf, don't worry. You'll
I'm
get
excited
another
for
one.
Smiley Wolf.
Okay.
The first Groundlings has to ride on the Smiley Wolf.
You also get the first line.
Oh yeah. Sir, you have a... There's a wolf.
The traveler held up a dagger defensively. Amarilla resisted the strong urge to growl. She was feeling like she was under attack.
She's my dog.
Amarilla looked over for a moment and walked closer, earning a small yelp from the traveler. She pressed her nose into Grodnix's cheek and licked him. Tippy-tapping away, she noticed him wipe it from his face.
She looks like she could be vicious. Nope, she's harmless. Well, sir, I would recommend you put a leash on her. She may cause trouble in the village. Not everyone will see her as a dog.
The traveler had given his final piece of advice before leaving. Amarilla looked up at Grodnix as he was gauging her.
You know he's right.
Amarilla shook her head and forcefully put her paw on the ground.
Amarilla, it's better. It's to avoid confusion.
She growled, but had to relent. She knew it was the better choice, but she hated being caged or leashed. She hated her freedom being taken from her. Grodnix fastened a piece of rope like a lasso and loosely put it around her neck.
Just stay close. I won't pull on it then.
He gathered all his things and together they walked into town. Amarilla had to admit the leash was necessary. Too many people noted her, feared her. She walked with her head hanging low, following Grodnix's every lead. The town wasn't too big, but it took them some time to find their way to the market. Grodnix had to go into a few stone shops, where she wasn't allowed inside. He tied her up at the door and gave her an apologetic look. It was a busy shop, and people were growing scared to go inside, because Amarilla was standing there. When she noticed that, she laid down on the ground and closed her eyes. She knew that may make her look less intimidating. Mommy, can I pet the doggy? Before she could open her eyes, she could hear the child run up to her, and the mother yell no. Amarilla decided to stay in the same position, and as the child pet her on the forehead. She opened her eyes slowly, saw the mom's horrified look, and slowly closed her eyes again. A collective sigh of relief followed from the crowd around her. Mommy, look! He's really nice!
I'm glad you like my dog, little girl. She loves head pets, but we do have to go now.
Slowly, Amarilla opened her eyes and started to get up again. Grodnix only came up to her shoulder in height. The child was even smaller. She's so big!
She is. She's also very gentle.
Amarilla had never heard him so soft-spoken before. He was really good with children. The mother took the child away and Grodnix untied Amarilla, and they started walking towards the market.
This is a challenge.
Amarilla could only huff. She wondered how much the leash actually did for them, since Grodnix was smaller than most men. Most people could clearly see that if she wanted to, Amarilla could easily drag Grodnix anywhere she wanted. Grodnix didn't go into any other shops. They found the market and strolled along it together. He would walk up to the stalls, where she would stay behind him. We bought several things around all around the market, dried meats, herbs, and a lot of produce. Amarilla had to focus on Grodnix so she wouldn't accidentally pull him off his feet. As she kept him in her sights, she noticed him grabbing more than he should. It was almost like he wanted them to see who's stealing. It looked so clear to her, but no one seemed to notice. As they were walking along the paths, after he had grabbed a leather pouch off a stall, she gave him a look.
What? Might need this. It's cool.
Amarilla rolled her eyes at him.
I can't let that stupid kitty have all the fun. She'll be so annoyed.
Amarilla huffed again and looked at him sideways.
Don't give me that look. It's harmless.
They came to the end of the market, and Amarilla could hear a disturbance behind them. They walked along, but she heard the disturbance getting closer.
A thief! He's a thief!
Amarilla growled.
Keep your cool.
They could hear people running behind them, coming closer, and suddenly someone grabbed Grodnix's arm.
Hey, let me go!
Amarilla whipped around to the policeman and had a hold of Grodnix. She growled, making him immediately let go out of fright. He was only a human after all.
Rein in your dog. I'm afraid she has a mind of her own.
She growled at Grodnix too. How could he be so stupid?
We have to run. They'll come in with weapons.
She growled again, but they turned away and started running together. Amarilla wouldn't let him near, but she stayed close enough that she was sure he was all right. Bobbing and weaving through the streets, they ran to the entrance they came through earlier. Amarilla slowed down enough to give Grodnix a mere chance to climb on. She was edging to keep running. Grodnix tried to jump on, yet his legs barely lifted him off the ground while running.
We gotta find some place to stand so I can climb on.
Amarilla growled at him and herded him towards the closest trees as they could hear men running behind them, and as their pursuers exited the town, Amarilla even heard the first gunfire.
Quickly, run through the bushes. Avoid their fire. I'll go the other direction.
You didn't have to say that twice. She picked up her speed threefold and hid amongst the brush. When the policemen arrived at the tree line, they slowed their step and started to fan out too. Grodnix was still running through the bushes, trying, to no avail, to make the least amount of sound possible. Amarilla knew the men wouldn't find her so easily, but they would find Grodnix. She couldn't be sure if he would attack humans with his hammers. They would never survive. As she heard the men move towards Grodnix's position, she jumped up out of the brush and barked loudly a few times. All the men turned to her, giving Grodnix a chance to hide himself away. The men followed and shot Amarilla as she ran back towards the open field. As she heard them exit the forest, she entered it a ways away.
Where did the wolf go? We'll never get it. Do we do a search for the guy? He's long gone by now.
The voices grew quieter as Amarilla followed her nose to find Grodnix, cleverly hidden near a tree and some mossy rocks. The small, knobbly head of Grodnix looked almost like one of the rocks. Amarilla kept walking up and down along the trees she had chosen to hide in. Grodnix carefully poked his head up and saw Amarilla pacing around.
Is the coast clear?
Amarilla let out a low growl, and as she changed course towards him, she changed back into her human form.
Oh, would you want some
How? How could you be so stupid? Her hand hit him square on the cheek. You moron! You could have gotten us both killed!
I know. I'm sorry. The shinies got the better of me. I couldn't resist.
Are they really that important?
Well, yes, and we could sell these things for more money. I'll buy it in another town. I don't think we'll be getting in here again.
Gee, you think? She finally felt the cold settling in around her. It was winter, and she wasn't wearing anything. Yes, I need clothes.
So you were listening. Well, let me grab something for you.
Where did you get that?
Oh, do you want to berate me again, or do you want to grab the coat?
Maybe we should be moving again.
All right, let's go. It'll be heavier this time around, though.
Amarilla huffed and changed into the horse. They would still have to cross the plain to get to the forest. She lay down on the ground so Grodnix could get onto her back.
Transformations seem a lot smoother and consistent than before.
Amarilla didn't respond. She just got to her feet and started on her way. Chapter ends.
Smiley wolf.
Smiley.
How did you think this went? Did you like it?
Yes, I like it. There are a lot of moments where I have to realize that I need to keep my trap shut and wait until afterwards. Because at the part where you said his head looked like one of the rocks, I had to restrain myself from saying rude.
I was actually holy. He wrote that.
Come on, man.
Oh, don't you worry, Momo. You'll get your revenge. I mean, Holy, you know more. You know more.
I want more. I mean, I want more, but I you know what? No, I'm gonna use this opportunity. This is every time after you do your shitty little story streams, we all want more. But now I am here, the voice of the people, and I shall speak out for those behind, above, and beside me. We demand more story, although preferably when Holy is here.
Yeah, next time we'll definitely be with Holy. Don't worry. I kind of already talked to him. Kind of already talked to him before stream, saying like, if this keeps up, then next time maybe you guys should just be here, regardless if Apple is there. She can also be here.
Oh.
She could be IL.
How do you like my NPC voices?
I like it. Yeah.
Sir, you might want to put a leash on that puppy. Rar.
Rar. Shinies! I like Momo's reaction. I knew that was gonna help. That's also one of Holy's lines, actually.
Now remember, fellas, if there's a wolf hiding in the crowds, there's a really easy way to find out which one of the humans is the wolf in disguise. You simply say a couple words and you're gonna find out who it is. Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Now, if one of them starts to aggressively wag their ass, then you know that one is the wolf.
Yeah. Did you like what I did for them? Did you like interaction?
I do like it, yes.
But
It's a little. No. There's literally that. It's a little ambiance, so to speak. What I was gonna say is that I'm gonna take another shippy, and I would make you take another too, except I can't. I cannot redeem it. I can ask you to take another shippy, but that's about it.
Oh, you can. Let's take another.
What if it's a girl then? Checkmate. Ha! If it was a girl, the text wouldn't have been blue. Got him.
Exactly.
Oh!
Another
I studied, bish. I did my homework of a solid 30 seconds prior before the stream.
Well, in the stream, actually.
Man.
That's I usually go for pure red for all of the NPC female voices, unless there's different.
For example, you had two guys speaking at the same time.
They were blue, but they were a little different blue. Yeah.
Yeah, like different shades.
Yes.
To indicate that it is two different voices.
Yes.
So smart. Smart. Be clever. I really like the writing, man.
Kind of
like the little in-between things.
I kind of like the little girl. Mommy!
I love petty dog.
I never get to do the extremely high voice that it comes too naturally to me.
Oh, trust me, there's a couple D&D classes that you would love to play.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I think I've already agreed to making a new character with Vincent, so I'm sure that's going to be a thing.
That is fair.
I miss the family
too. The doggy part was amazing. You're saying that just because you wanted to pet the doggy, Dragon. You wanted to be that little girl to pet the doggy. You know what? If there's ever a wolf in Dragon Wolf's presence, I have no doubt in my mind that this man will walk up to the doggy and pet it. Will it cost him his hand? Maybe. Will he say worth it? Probably.
Fair.
A small price to pay for petting the floof.
I mean, I've also thought of children being able to see the creatures, because it's happened in a lot of lore that they see the creatures for what they are. So if that child would have seen Zerfer, she would also have been like, "Oh, doggy," because he has wolf ears and everything and a tail. But I haven't really implemented any of that because they don't really go into town much. And yes, Holy, Maka is high pitched, but Maka is like a very annoying little voice. Instead of like that, mommy, like actually child.
Maka isn't as much the big excited. Maka is more like the naughty.
Mm.
No, I really Yeah, no, I really like the story. The writing was really good, as always. It's just I like the little I get this is like really typical and this doesn't happen every time, but the little one-on-one thing between two characters to kind of deepen that bond.
Yes,
that was nice. And indeed, just as you wrote it, the moment where Gradnix was like, "Can I shut my eyes for a bit?" That little moment of trust in Bangladesh, that was really well done. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I did that with Theoden at some point. Going to the ball together or going to Venetrix together. And that was, to me, very impactful for the characters. Seeing that they weren't so different after all. Even though she is like the most insecure person and he looks like the most arrogant person. So I kind of wanted to do that a little more. And then this came around where I was like, well, they've been there for 3 weeks. They don't have food. They can only hunt for meat. They can't get any other food. So they need to go do something. Who is going to go with?
With the eventual forest vegetable here and there.
Yes. Yeah.
Not consistent enough.
I mean,
that's fair.
Amarilla would be fine just eating meat all day long.
As your doggy dog.
Same with Surfer.
To be fair, Amarilla also gets some of the grass stuck within the meat, apparently.
Yeah, she's fine.
In all fairness.
She can eat anything, it's fine.
Yeah, she gets a circle, huh?
Technically, she can turn into a horse, eat grass, and be fine still. But it's winter, so grass doesn't grow as much.
Alright, keep that added up, and we're gonna force you to change into a bird and eat a worm.
She can't fly yet.
Doesn't mean she... that's fair. Yeah, you're right. And you know a lot more than I do, that's fair.
Right, technically everyone knows about as much, only Holly and me know a little bit more. And that's only
That's fair.
the only thing that we've written so far is
Ground greens. Ah, yes.
the
Earth
only
spice.
the only thing we've written so far is Grodnix and Emerald getting home. Back to the lodge.
Ooh, okay.
Which is really
Well,
fun.
fair.
We had instant inspiration, so we just decided to keep writing.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a burst of inspiration, then go for it.
Exactly.
I'm sure Holly can agree as a software engineer as well. Every now and then you have nothing, but the moment you have one of those ideas in your head, you get this unspoken urge to instantly hop behind your PC and code and write it down before it gets away, because
Yes.
these are good moments. And then that bit of code that you wrote goes into like a folder, inside a folder, and you never see it back again. But at least you gave into that spurt of inspiration.
I mean, even then, if you then at some point find it and you're like, oh, I can use this for something.
Yeah, but then it doesn't. Then it turns out it doesn't really work. So, you know. But hey, at least it felt good at the time.
True.
Going along with those little bursts of inspiration and energy.
We do. Everyone wants more. Don't worry about it.
You know what? Sometimes I have those like moods where I'm like randomly have the energy to clean something, and then it turns out the way I was doing it didn't actually clean anything at all. But do I feel better about myself because I did something with that spurt of energy? Yes.
Yeah. I get that.
So how much longer do you want me to sit here and say more for? For I am still the voice of the people.
I think for once we're gonna end it here. It's almost an hour stream, so technically it's almost the same as it normally is.
That is fair.
And I think
the chat I infiltrated, but I must take my leave. This is not my throne to hold.
You can stay until the end. Don't worry. But I was gonna check if Knight might be.
Oh yeah, he's playing Marvel's and me. I'm off a Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Well, it isn't the Spider-Man.
Yeah, let's go raid the Knight. Let's go into the darkness.
I have a raid message. Spider snake. Spider snake.
I like that.
Whatever a spider snake does.
I like that. Yes, let's go for Frog's raid message. I can't. Thank you.
I'm not happy that I couldn't be in call, but I'm glad you picked it up so often. Thank you for the stream. Hey, no problem, Hobie. Please be here next time. This is not my throne to hold.
Yes, I agree. But I'm very happy you were here, Frog. I'm very happy you wanted to help me do this. And
I'm glad
fix this.
I'm glad I could help. And Holy, take buskers and bang that modem, would you?
Well, then I guess we're gonna go for a raid.
That's
Thank
fair.
you guys
Thanks
so
for
much.
having me.
Thank you, Frog, for being here. Thank you guys so much for being here. And we'll see you in about 3 weeks. Bye-bye.
Yeah, probably. At this point, I'll be on the other side of the screen, I hope.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Righty. Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone. Abu Dhabi.
Bye.